Welcome to the Palace of Megapixels. This is Super Mega Crash Brothers Turbo!
And welcome to Super Mega Crash Brothers Turbo. I'm your host, Stephen White, and with me is my co-host, Todd Stark.
Hello.
And Lacey Finley.
Happy Monday.
How is everyone today?
It's Monday.
It is
Living
Monday.
the dream.
It's not really Monday, but like in my head, it's Monday, and now I'm starting to get sad because it's Monday.
But we're so close to Christmas.
Yes, I was going to say I've got 7 work days left until I'm done for the rest of the year.
Nice.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
jealous
Really?
of people who get that opportunity.
I know, it does suck for you.
I mean, I still have at least 10, so... But I'm fine. I'm fine with it.
But 10 and 7, they're so close.
yeah.
It's okay. You
I
know?
mean, I envy you that you have 3 days less, but I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be good. I saved a couple of days this time. I wanted to see how the finer people live.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to save a couple of days.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I have a funny story. I have to tell you this.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay, so I get home last night, and my daughter tells me, "Hey, I found out today my cousin got busted at school for buying marijuana." Okay, my little girl's 8. She's never said the word marijuana before ever. And I said,
Is this what the teacher was saying?
"No, this is what the cop said."
The South.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It actually happened here in Watertown. So
Man.
I go, "Well, do you know what marijuana is?" And she goes, "Yeah, alcohol."
Wow.
I was like, "You are exactly right."
Well, yes, honey, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
sure, exactly,
We're not allowed to
exactly
have
that.
it.
Yeah, oh, that's great. Oh man,
Good
I
to
had,
educate.
I had to keep from laughing to have that stern face to look like you know you don't need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
really
dear.
say much.
Well, maybe you don't want to tell her that, because then if she sees Dad having a beer, she'll go around start at school saying how Dad has that marijuana every night after work.
Yeah, I might. I never thought of that. I don't really drink in
Yeah.
front of her though. I don't really drink a lot in front of her.
But I mean, you could say that it's like one of those alcohols that used to be illegal or is still illegal. Like moonshine
Yeah.
used to be illegal.
Yeah,
It
right,
still is to a
Right.
point around
Yeah.
here.
We had prohibition. We don't anymore.
right.
So, yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I thought I had to share that.
So, what have you been playing, guys? Lace, what have you been playing?
Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden.
Is
I
that
have
good?
seen bits and pieces of that. What do you think?
So, I've never played XCOM, but I was getting told a lot that it has a lot of, XCOM feel. So, it's like an adventure, real-time strategy game, and I'm not that good at it yet. It's taken me a minute to catch on to it. It's been a long time. So, it's it kind of reminds me of, the gameplay of, Dragon Age. You'd get into a fight, things would pause. You have to assess the situation, decide how you want to attack and all this kind of stuff. And then obviously, they all take turns going around the table depending on who attacked first. And you play a duck, which his name is Dux, D-U-X. And then there's Borman, which is the pig. And then I just met Selma, I think was her name. So so I have one human and then the 2 mutants or whatever. Of course, she's a mutant too, because once you upgrade their powers or whatever, they do this whole contorting thing, they're mutating or whatever. It's really kind of hard for me, but I'm enjoying it. I've only gotten to past the tutorial, and there's just been a couple of fights where I felt so bad because I'm streaming it, right? And I died 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. And my characters, you need certain weapons that'll be okay against organic or against robots. And you're trying to go in stealthy, but only one person has the stealthy gun or something this early on. And as soon as I think I'm rocking it, then I'm oh, the shaman's clearly the healer, right? No. No, he's not. So I'll attack the shaman first, right? He's going to heal everyone. No, he blows a horn and gets a bunch of other people. And there's only 3 of me, and now there's like 12 of them, and my weapons aren't that good yet because I haven't found a whole mess of stuff. And so it takes a lot of thinking. It takes a lot of thinking. So I've been told, like, if you've played XCOM and you're really good at it, you'll probably be really good at this game because your brain's already kind of adjusted on how to, like, scout the situation and all this kind of stuff. It's not a game that I thought I would super like, but I'm actually enjoying it. So it's a real-time strategy game. It's a thinker. And you have different modes. You could do normal, hard, or like, I don't remember what it's called, but like stupid hard, I guess we'll just call it because I can't remember what they called it. And then you have a permadeath option if you want. I don't know why you'd hit that button, but you can.
Some people do.
Yeah, some people like that challenge.
I don't need that challenge.
I remember the trailer for that. It was, isn't that the one where they were going into that diner?
I think so, maybe. I don't know. I can't speak to it.
I think they went into that diner.
I was gonna say I don't recall a diner, but like again, I've only just started it. Like the world is, I guess we're like super far into the future.
Yeah, that's what it's like, a dilapidated diner.
Mm-hmm.
You find like these little collectibles, like a boom box, and then they'll just like make up what they think it actually is, and it's not even close to what it is.
That's
or
pretty cool.
You find like an MP3 player or whatever, and I'm trying to remember what they call it, like a fruit organizer or something like that. So it's like, oh, there's an apple on the back of it, and I've heard that it could also play music if you did this or what, So, and then of course a lot of duck puns, which entertains me to no end. So it's cute. It's cute. Probably not supposed to be meant to be as cute as I found it, but all of the duck and pig puns were just like that. That was what was really getting me rolling. So I recommend it if you're into those types of games. It's a thinker though. Okay. I'm hoping today I'll do better at it because I think I'm catching on.
You'll do better today.
I think
Fingers
so.
crossed.
I think so. I finally beat like one big area, and then of course my chat's, oh, you don't have to beat it, and I'm like, yeah, I do, because like reasons.
Yeah.
And
you got goals, people.
I gotta level up because clearly my characters suck right now. I'm not gonna say it's user error. I'm not gonna admit that.
Mm-hmm.
It's my characters. They need to level.
That's right. Todd, what about you?
Actually, I went back and looked in. I was looking at my library, and I seen Uncharted Lost Legacy, and I was like, I never finished that. I knew I was getting close.
I've never played it yet, or at least that. I think one time I played it at your house for a brief moment.
It's great. The last level, man, it was I'm on a train, and you have to get to the front of the train to stop this bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And there's areas where you can't get around or climb over the car because there's like a big tank, So you got to jump off, get in a Jeep, fight the people in a Jeep, and then drive around it, and then get to the next part, get back on the train, go up.
Mm-hmm.
That whole last level was just outstanding, man. And I wish I'd have finished it earlier. I don't know why I stopped. It's just it's every bit of an Uncharted game.
I'd say you probably got
I really
pulled away
wanted to
by
play
something.
that.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's not real long, maybe 6 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and it's awesome. It looks like maybe those characters are who you're going to play with in the next Uncharted. If you don't play with Nate,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with that. Yeah. After seeing the end of this, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I heard they were retiring him for sure. So
yeah.
I was kind of wondering if that was a way to like try to adjust the players into having a new character,
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of played with. Let's see, there was Sam, Chloe, and Nadine, and then they were all three in the last one. So they were good. Playing with them felt great. It felt familiar. It didn't feel out of the way or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I think you could keep the series going with.
Yeah, you
different
could.
characters.
You could definitely, especially with the way their banner was between each other. And with having Sam there, you really still had Nate. Like the way his attitude is.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Well, not for lack of spoilers, don't you feel like they kind of left the last Uncharted 4 like open to the idea that there would be more? I thought maybe they were going to kick it to the daughter.
That's what I thought too, and they still could.
Protagonist. They still could, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. I tried out Own Rush, that PS Plus game.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like I feel like it's like roller derby with cars.
Okay.
It's really cool. It's fun. I think you should try it out. It's just a good little time
I feel
waster.
like I've heard of that.
Yeah.
It came out and didn't sell good, I don't think, and then now it's free for PS Plus.
Hmm.
Then
Worth at least checking out.
Oh
for a
yeah,
moment.
yeah. I'm gonna play it again. It was fun. It's not a bad game.
That was this month's.
Yeah,
PS
it just
Plus?
came out. I mean,
okay.
just on the PS Plus,
check.
they just updated them.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course I'm still playing Red Dead Redemption. Jesus, that game is long, but it's not bad. Nothing bad about it. It's just long as hell.
We'll probably be talking a lot about that here very soon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With Game Awards news probably going to be
yeah.
on
there's
the
gonna
docket later today.
Yeah, we'll probably be touching on it.
Perhaps, maybe.
But
We'll see.
that's all I've been playing.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll start with the simple ones. Still working on Fallout Shelter. I've got one more trophy to obtain,
And
Ooh.
you get the platinum.
and then I get the platinum. All I got to do is the 100 objectives. I have no idea how many objectives I have completed because they don't
There's no
tally
tracker?
that up. No,
No, that
everything
sucks.
else tallies up in the like. You can find a chart. Like
Right.
I think one of the last ones I had before that was 50 raiders, or you had to stop 50 raider attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I started looking through, and then I was like at 47. And I was like, okay, so I just got to wait. Granted, it's not anything I can control. It's just I got to wait for them to happen. So I just had to
Yeah.
do that. But objectives, you can see what you have. If I feel like they're very easy objectives, like if they say arm 8 of your people, all I got to do is just take guns off of everybody and then slap them back on. Boom, done. That's an objective.
That's true. Yeah.
So there are ways to kind of play the system,
Right.
but there's
Right.
but there's 100. I don't know how many I've done. I feel like I've done so many since I've played this game for so long. I should be there any
Right.
minute now. I just
Because
don't
yeah,
know
you've
where
been
it's at.
on it since they even introduced the quests and everything like
Yeah.
that, right? That's been a little bit now, I think.
for sure.
Do quests count?
No, it has to be
Oh.
objectives. The simple little objectives. So if I see something that I feel like it's out of my control, like I skipped one yesterday, but you can only skip one a day. It was like you have to survive 8 rad scorpion attacks when they attack.
Okay.
Well, I don't
so
know
you have
when
to
that
just
is.
wait for those things to trigger. Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm not waiting for this. This is going to take too long. So let's move on to something I can control, or
Right.
put out 16 fires in a room. Yeah, sure they happen, but when?
Well, that you could just, I guess, speed up all your stuff and like, you
Yeah,
know.
but a lot of my people have become top notch. You know, I've trained them to be massive, perfect specimens. So now it's 10% of a failure rate for most rooms now. So it's, unless I just kept pushing at it. But even that is not a guarantee, because I've tried that to get a fire to happen, and rad scorpions attack. So it's like, oh, son of a bitch, I don't know what to do.
Oh, I didn't think about
Yeah.
that.
Well, there's your rad scorpion, wasn't it?
But then again, it's a 50-50 shot. Which am I going to get? So I'd rather just skip them and find something easier. Like, I think the last 2 that I have on right now is like I had to collect a certain amount of junk and a certain amount of weapons out in the wasteland. And I was like, well, that's easy. I can do that. So I'll just do that. But I'm still trying to get back to Hollow Knight. I've played it just a little bit here and there, but I feel like I've not had the time, because I want to sit down with it properly and play it.
I know what
Yeah,
you mean.
you'll need a little
Because
bit
I
of
know
time
I
for
need,
sure.
yeah, I need that time.
You're gonna love it, dude. Do you like it so far?
Yeah, I still want to
I
come
was gonna
back
say
to it.
this seems like a game for you for sure.
Speaking of games I don't want to go back to is Hello Neighbor, because I think I don't know if I can, because I played through Act 3, and so help me God, I wanted to throw my controller at one point, because it was like, this is bullshit, because no matter what I do, he's setting up more cameras, more traps, more everything, and I
Yeah.
can't move through the house
It
without
finally
him
gets
knowing.
to the point where you need to just like start over. Yeah.
No,
I was
no.
just like, I know where I'm trying to go, but I
You
can't
gotta-
get there because you've set a bear trap, or you've set 5 cameras up on a wall. It's letting you know where I'm at. I can never get away from you, so screw it.
Like you're in a town, right?
No,
in a
this
town.
is in his massive mansion of a house
Yeah.
now.
But there's a town outside the house. You go to
It's not open world though.
the next door neighbor's house.
Mm-hmm.
There's a silenced rifle.
Okay.
Shoot him.
Shoot him. Yeah. I threw a pot at him one day because I was just so frustrated. I was like, screw you, man.
That's how I finally got into the basement, because like when I had opened it up, I got caught. And he started to come across the street at me, and I just picked up a bag of garbage and just went like Hail Mary, and just like freaking threw it at him, and the character like flew back, and I'm like, YOLO! And I just ran and jumped over him and went over the traps and got in the basement. Once it started loaded, I'm like, yeah, you know. And then I don't think I ever got past that next level.
But I'm trying, and the worst part about it is I've had, the people who like to watch me play in the house have already looked ahead, and they're just like, you still have a lot to do. And I'm like, I just, I don't know if I can do it, because every time I turn around, he's behind me, chasing me, whatever, and it's just getting frustrating.
Yeah, I feel like you need a super ton of patience for that game.
So, and I don't mind the challenge, but when it continues to increase every time I make a mistake.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah. I appreciate it to a point.
To a point.
But
exactly.
you need a limit, because I destroyed 3 cameras in a room once just to get a key, and then before I knew it, he was putting up more in the room, and I'm like, what are you doing, man? I watched him do it.
I just destroyed those.
Well, I guess that's keeping him busy for a minute. You hurry up and go do something.
But I was stuck in the room. I had no way out.
Oh,
I was like
you were
crouched
hiding
down in
in
the corner just being quiet, and I watched him fix
Right.
the others and then put up a new one. I was like,
He's
this
paranoid.
is pointless.
Paranoid. Let's get him some marijuana.
Yes.
Right?
You get him.
Pop open a nice cold marijuana for him.
Yeah.
And it'll all be all right. Okay. So, you guys want to talk about some news?
Let's do it.
Real quick while we're doing some news. First of all, let's get into this week's episode of the Bethesda Shit Show.
Oh, this is every week now.
Because they can't seem to catch a break.
Well, some of it they could have caught a break on, but
yeah,
yes.
they could have. And I'm not feeling pity for them, as I've said before.
No.
I feel like someone in the company has had bad karma waiting for them, and it's finally caught up.
Dude, you know what I've thought about in this whole thing? If this was EA, this would not fly at all.
Oh, no.
But Bethesda, for some reason, they keep getting a little pass.
Because they like we've mentioned before, they always do something good or something nice.
Yeah.
And you're just like...
And their games are good,
Yeah, Bethesda, it's like that girlfriend that cheated on you all the time, but you still took her back.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had that kind of girlfriend.
Or boyfriend. We're equal opportunity world now.
I did have a boyfriend like that one time.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so numerous complaints we heard over the Canvas bag debacle. The company finally decided to make things right, and they're offering up proper Canvas bags to those who felt cheated. So, good for them. Good.
Right.
They tweeted a link telling owners of the Power Armor Edition you can submit a ticket, and a bag would be sent to you as soon as they were available. This is no doubt to save face, because we mentioned last week they've got that investigation looming over their heads. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure they're trying to do everything they can to be like, oh, no, we're fixing it.
The lawyers are scouring Reddit, getting them in ducks in a row. Yep.
Whatever it may be, and I feel like they're like, well, I guess it's like you were kind of mentioning the boyfriend. I said they were more like, the husband that struck their wife, and then they're like, oh, please, babe, I'm sorry, baby. And then they go and do it again the next week.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, come on.
I like that one better.
Okay. Because they're... Anyway, as people were doing this, some customers happened to notice that as they were submitting a ticket, they could see other people's tickets with all their information. Address, name, phone number, card information, all this other stuff. So essentially a hack into their systems. And, as soon as this was brought to their attention, Bethesda, took care of it. But they don't have any guarantee no information was stolen.
You're to get some LifeLock.
So, and what was funny about it is they were so nonchalant about it. I don't know if you guys saw the tweet, but it was just like, we have no idea how bad the fallout will be. And I'm like, fuck you. Don't.
Well, I mean, they're got to try to play it down a little bit, right? Because, I mean, they're just under so much fire. They just want to, like, oh, this isn't that big of a deal. It's fine,
We put all your information in a vault.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess to be fair, what they said, they could only see the last 4 of someone's credit card, but I don't have a nefarious mind, so I don't really know how far you can get with just the last 4 of someone's credit card, but yeah, you still got people's names, addresses.
I mean, it's personal information that you don't want the world to know. Somebody could use it for something.
Right, or you get weird packages.
I mean, you find those swatters out there.
Oh, there's,
They could be like, I got a whole.
And I
list.
feel like that could be the type of game someone would do it for. He nuked my world.
I'm gonna swat him.
Send him over.
I'm gonna swat him.
So we'll see how that plays out. How the fallout will be.
Wink, wink.
But
Anyway, so
please tip your waiter.
yeah. Next story is we heard this week that Epic Games, who I guess you could call the current masters of the gaming world because Fallout, announced
not Fallout.
the
Fortnite.
Not Fortnite. Why did I say? Because I was just
You just
talking
want to blame everything on Bethesda now.
about Fortnite. Fortnite is the thing we're talking
Yes.
about. Anyway, they announced the unveiling of its own digital storefront and game launcher that released on Thursday. After it was at the same time as the Game Awards.
I think it went live the next day, but they released.
Yeah,
or
like I
maybe-
think they announced it a couple days before.
And then
it
opened up. I
went
think
live.
it might have been. It's open now, people.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Anyway, this move puts them at odds with Steam, with them offering up their own exclusives and content to compete. They mentioned quite a few during the Game Awards, which we'll talk about later. Now, not only that, but the store, as they've said, was envisioned to be a place with fair economics and direct player relationships. According to reports, Epic is giving developers 88% of all revenue made from their game, with Epic taking the remaining 12%. And if the dev uses the Unreal Engine, Epic will then cover 5% of the engine royalty for sale on the storefront out of their own 12%.
Right.
So this sounds like a bold
So
move.
the dev is making 88% regardless. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm curious to see how this will challenge Steam, if this will actually, because I honestly feel like Steam needs a proper competitor.
Yeah.
For PC games. Now, this is not to shit on Discord and what they're trying to do, or GOG, or Humble, or but what are they doing? I feel like
But I mean, Humble, to be fair, is still giving you Steam keys.
exactly.
Yeah.
So they
You
don't
know?
really give you that per se.
So that's, I mean,
This feels
and
like
it-
a direct competitor to Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
are after.
and I mean, I
them.
like the idea behind it. I really do. And I had talked to some devs too about it because I was just really curious. Granted, my focus group is very small to this one Discord group that I'm in that is for independent developers, and a lot of them seem to be on board with it. I mean,
good.
obviously, to be able to make more profit off of your baby, to be able to put more money in your pocket, to be able to continue to create other games seems very enticing because I got a lot of positive feedback from it. But then when you're looking at it from a player's perspective, they don't care about that. They want to keep all their games in one place. So I think it's going to be an uphill battle to get gamers to want to use their store.
I think if they can keep with the exclusives, try to find some really good titles that they can offer up that nobody else can, that's going to be their hitch. I think that'll get more.
I know
people on
they're
board.
starting an influencer program too, so that might be one of the ways that they're trying. So let's just say, for instance, I decided to partner with Epic Games. I'm playing a game that's on their store. If I direct people to their store via like my link for a discount or something, then like the influencer gets a kickback as well. So I don't know where that comes out of. And I might be quoting that wrong, but I know they have that program that they're starting also, which might be another way to get like maybe bigger streamers, YouTubers, Twitch or Mixer or whatever, to try to encourage gamers to go over there and purchase the games.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how that plays out. I mean,
I'm all
the
for the
information-
dev making more money. Honestly, I'm that rare type of gamer though that I'll go to there if it means that my favorite developer is making more of their money. Because I think you get 30, Steam takes 30% or 35 depending on what engine you use.
I mean, it's proper,
huge
it's
amount.
appropriate. The devs, they work their ass off to get a game made. They deserve a good cut of the profits. I feel like.
And if
Absolutely.
you're getting money off the engine, if you're using that, and Unreal engines are usually top of the line. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it. We'll see how that works. The next story I've got is voice actress Jennifer Hale, whose body of work for me stems from animated shows, but some of you may know her from video games. She's probably best known as Commander Shepard in the Mass Effect series. Does the voice ring a bell? Do you know the name? No?
Commander Shepard?
No.
And you say Mass
I never
Effect? Yeah,
played
that's the
Mass
main. That's who you
Effect.
play as.
Okay.
You can play it as a girl or a guy.
Well, she's the female version of
Okay.
that.
Gotcha.
She, along with other voice actors, have joined together to form the Specialized Workshop and Actors Tactics Program. According to their website, they describe themselves as an elite team of actors and motion capture performance artists who bring years of experience in specialized training to help hone in on the issues with script writing, actor blocking, and character development. They then go on to say that the team is essentially a free tool which garners high reward when deployed, abating potential risk to your project and saving you time and money. And because this service is free, smaller studios can add another valuable tool under their belt when creating brand new adventures.
Nice.
So they're just they're out there trying to help developers do what they do best.
Nice.
Which
So I thought that
is
was kind of neat.
make games, I guess.
And make them better and do them better. Because I'm sure they don't think of the acting process. They're just thinking of the game process. You bring in the actors.
Yeah.
The actors can cover that part of it, and they're doing it for free. So, I mean, you can't beat that.
No.
Yeah.
A few other stories I've got that are just kind of breeze over, and you guys tell me what you think. Ubisoft said that it's now putting a time limit on its Ubisoft Club reward points, announcing that starting on April 1st of 2019, any points accrued must be used within 24 months or they will be gone forever. And any points that you have as of right now, you have until March 31st of 2019 to use them or they're gone.
This is for what again?
For the Ubisoft Club points. So if
Oh.
you play a game, you earn points by playing
yeah,
a
I don't-
game. And
I don't use those points.
I honestly never really even. I think there's like 2 games that I've ever played on that store, the launcher or whatever. So I don't. This
I mean, I
doesn't affect
use them
me.
all the time if I'm playing a game because it'll be like, oh, you can get a costume, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll
Or
just
maybe
get
I
that
don't
or a
play
weapon.
enough games that's Ubisoft, I guess. Like, because I know
mean-
on PC, even if I bought it on Steam, like, it automatically kicks you to the Ubisoft launcher that you have to play it through. I
You
think
play,
there's, like,
right?
2
Yeah.
games. You play, yeah, that I can think of that I don't know.
I
don't
mean, I'm
even know
not-
that I knew about.
I'm not brokenhearted about it because I don't feel like I play enough of their games that it really matters.
Right.
But I do use the points. I mean,
mean-
I've built up points that I've used for games that I started.
So I'm
playing,
guessing each point equals a dollar value that you can use for future purchases, right?
Well, I wouldn't really call them that. Like, they'll have rewards for a particular game, like, say, Assassin's Creed, for example. I think the last one I played was Syndicate. So there were things you could download with these points. So for everything that you do in the game, or a certain, say, a certain portion of the game that you beat, or maybe something you do in the game,
You're like
and maybe
challenges.
even, attaches to a trophy or something like that, it'll also attach to that. So you'll earn 50 to 100 points. And then you can take those. You can either download art for the game, soundtracks, costumes you can unlock in the game,
Okay.
guns.
Gotcha.
It's simple stuff. It's nothing going to be groundbreaking. It's just extra stuff. So it's
Okay.
not a major deal, but it's still kind of fun to have, you know. It's like, oh, I can get that early on.
Yeah,
So-
I'm not too.
I don't know.
not
Other
too broke
loyalty
up.
reward programs put caps on it too and expirations, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
It sucks to do it later,
Yeah, because
you know, once
that's
people are
always
used
been
to being
kind of the
able to
neat
save
thing.
them, but maybe they're losing too much on it. Whatever,
losing
losing
anything.
too much to a big company like that
digital
is.
jacket costs
Yeah.
too much for you to use your point.
So terrible.
Uh-huh.
Ass. Anyway, the next thing I've got, and I got to say for the record, I hope this doesn't come off bad. I hate these stupid spellings of things. Like when you put Z on the end of kids,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you put like this rapper Soulja Boy, Soulja,
Soulja, supposed to be like
Soulja.
Soulja. I don't know why. When I look at things like this, I'm just like, I hate that. I hate that so
We're
much.
getting too old.
I am.
Now,
what it
Soulja Boy,
is.
he was back in the day. That
Well,
Superman.
yeah. I don't know why I
Yeah.
hate it so much. Anyway, rapper Soulja Boy has apparently started selling his own console and handheld device.
What? He just all he did was scrub off.
Well, yeah, I'm getting to that. It's a $149 Soldier game, or the $99 Soldier game handheld. Both devices come preloaded with 3,000 plus games that were taken from consoles like the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Color, and even the Neo Geo, which to me doesn't seem legal.
That's what I'm thinking.
However, reports are now claiming that these devices are in fact reskins of a different console called the Anbernic Retro Console, which does the exactly same thing for $80.
Wow.
And that sounds even more illegal.
So a retro console went and got a retro wrapper.
Yeah. And then they ripped each other off. And as of right now, he's not denying that he did not do this thing.
Also, he did it on his own. It wasn't like they just, hey, can you just can we
Yeah.
reskin these with your name on it?
No, he just
shit.
I'm taking these, I'm going to put my name on it and act like I did this.
That's Superman.
Okay.
None of this sounds legal to me.
None of it.
No. Or why? I
They
don't.
need to call Robert Mueller.
Yeah. So,
He might be a little busy. I don't know.
yeah. So, I mean, if you want one of these, if you're a big fan of Soulja Boy, I hate that I insulted his name, but I'm old. That's
Dude,
all
he's
I'm going to
old.
chalk it up to.
He ain't even he's like
So
Soulja
it's
Man
basically
now.
like if I wanted to buy the PlayStation, but I wanted the Batman PlayStation.
So you go
I
out
would just buy the one with the Batman on it.
right.
And spend a little bit more. Okay.
So
This
there's that.
seems silly.
And finally, God, I keep looking at it and it just makes me mad. Anyway,
Just take a marker through it right now so you don't have to stare at it.
the next thing I've got is a report came out last week that stated that Starbreeze, which is the developer behind Overkill's The Walking Dead, has been raided by Swedish authorities due to a tip that the company was involved in potential insider trading. Now, many of the details have been withheld for the time being, but it was confirmed that at least one person had been arrested. However, there is still an investigation ongoing. Starbreeze did release a statement saying that they intended to cooperate fully, which kind of gives the indication that maybe it was just the individual, not the company.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is obviously
Damn.
hot on the heels of the fact that their Walking Dead game is not really selling very well.
Wait, you talking about Overkill?
Yeah.
Overkill's The Walking Dead? Is it out now? Oh, it's on PC, right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want, Kat?
And it's already half the price that it was when it first launched.
Yeah. So not doing well at all.
I've heard good and bad things about it. I'm going to play it. It's zombies. So.
I have
Of
too.
course
I mean, at $30, it's not bad. I played it in beta. So if they've added more, then fantastic. I thought it played okay. The concept was good. I like playing that with friends and stuff like that. It just didn't seem like there was enough. But again, in the beta, I think I was only allowed so many scenarios because they just hadn't finished it yet. But $60 I felt was too hefty of a price tag.
Oh.
But
hey,
I find it, aw, kitty cat.
I just got a kitty. If you hear a cat in the microphone,
Aw.
there's a kitty in my lap. She's awful hyper.
You'll just go, aw.
Okay.
I could see her
Anyway.
running around back there. It was kind of cute.
Yeah, she's
Sorry.
she's hyper this morning. I
Derailing
don't
the
know what it is. I
conversation.
think she found the nip.
She's got a little bit of the nip.
All right, let's talk about some Quickets.
Quickets!
Got a handful. First of all, Rockstar updated Red Dead Online with cheaper weapons and a better economy system, and even gave players a little something extra to get them started.
$50.
Yeah, how about that? That was nice. No, it was $250 and 15 gold bars.
Oh, 15
Yeah.
gold bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty generous.
Yeah, I was playing
They were
last night.
listening.
And I kept falling asleep.
I felt like this is almost like a big middle finger to Bethesda's like, here, we're going to do you one better.
Yeah.
You want $5 American?
Ooh, you want the $5?
We're gonna give you, because what does each gold sell for? Like $50 or whatever in the game? I guess depends.
I don't know. Do you know?
What in the game the
What?
gold
Yeah,
gold
the
bar's
gold
like
bar.
$500.
No kidding.
Oh, is it that
Wow.
much?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
But yeah, they just
Well, when you sell them to the fence, it is. That's the name
Yeah.
of the little underground black market place.
well, that's pretty awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A trailer was released for Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove.
Boom! I used to love that game.
Debuts on March 1st. I played it once on the Wii, and I mean, I guess it was fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't have a connection or a love for it, I guess, that
Yeah.
some people
Yeah.
do, but good on you if you do. I know you guys are going to be excited about this. There's a Kingdom Hearts 3 experience coming to Walt Disney World.
Now that's cool.
That
I mean,
might be
like,
cool though.
people get to go experience whatever it is. I don't care
Yeah.
about it. But I'll tell you this. Anything at Disney, when you go to it, it's top notch. So you probably end up enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
May as
true.
well take it all in. You paid enough to be there.
Makes you a kid again. I don't know if you guys heard this, but someone hacked the PlayStation Classic using a PC keyboard. And they even accessed the emulator inside on a developer level and found locked games hidden inside the console code. So games
I feel like I did hear about this. Yeah, go ahead.
They said there were games like Tomb Raider, Silent Hill, Crash Bandicoot. These games are on there.
The ones we were saying we thought should be on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said they are
I mean,
in
you
the
did
code.
just void your warranty, but yeah, interesting.
Now, what if those are on there in hopes that somebody's, says, okay, you can have the rights to them. Or not rights, but like you have our authority.
Maybe we could just say that was the Easter egg.
I
Or
feel
maybe
like
it's a surprise later on.
I feel like either it's something they were sure was a sure thing and they wanted them on there, but then couldn't get because I've
Right.
heard legally they couldn't do that for one reason or
Yeah.
another.
Right.
So maybe they had already pre-planned it and then they got shot in the foot and were like, well, we got to pull them off. So just lock them up. It's fine. Or
Yeah.
they could very well have something planned for later on.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
if you wanted people to buy your console, you should have started with the best stuff first and then
Well, I
That's-
think
that's just
like
Like
in
we
the case
said, maybe that was proof they wanted to, and then something happened. I don't know.
like maybe with the Crash Bandicoot, this was in development for a while, and then boom, Crash Bandicoot, remake came out, and maybe they want to bring it out later, and not try to fight with the sales of the new one
yeah.
or something. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know. Capcom is supposedly working on a game that's going to surprise fans.
I've heard about this.
Do you know what it might be?
Oh,
I
yeah.
have no clue what it's
I
going to
have
be.
no idea either because
Yeah, it
there's
better be something new.
they didn't give you any kind of indication. They've got a few games on the horizon. What could you possibly have that's going to surprise everybody?
I think of something. What is something that Capcom did a long time ago that we've never thought of? We hadn't thought of in a long time.
Well,
that's a hard one because
I would
they
hope.
still.
I thought you said something brand new.
No, they
So
didn't
maybe
say
it'll
brand
be-
new. They just said
Oh,
they're
I
just
thought
working
you
on a
did.
game
Okay.
that will surprise fans. So maybe they're bringing something back that everyone loves. That I think if you were going to go out there and reach for something that maybe they haven't done in a while, maybe Okami, because that one was I mean that's a great game, and I felt like it didn't get the love and attention it deserved, and that's a game that I feel like would be a surprise.
I always heard the first one was comparable to Zelda for some reason.
Yeah, I would agree. But I don't know.
I don't
We'll
know.
see.
I just started looking up a list of Capcom games because now I'm like,
Well, I mean, we've got Devil May Cry. They just released a Mega Man game. Monster Hunter was just this year. I mean, I don't feel like there's anything.
you forget how many games they did. Damn.
That's true. That's true. They do have a library.
A lot,
They're
I
always
don't even
pumping
know.
out Street Fighter, so I don't see
Yeah,
that.
Street Fighter
being-
5 still kind of rolling around.
I don't know. The next thing I've got is EA removed former Kansas City Chiefs running back Kareem Hunt from Madden NFL 19 after
it.
a video surfaced of him assaulting a woman.
Okay, now this is the only problem I have with that. Why this happened in February, and why didn't they do it then? Like nobody pressed charges
Because the
there was
video
an
came
investigation.
out now.
I know, but I mean they had an investigation.
I know.
He played. The video came out now. Like
Right.
the NFL and his team already knew about the
Sure,
incident.
but EA needed.
We might be looking for something other than the PR boost for sales. Like, look what
keeping-
we did.
Well, I mean, I know why EA did it. I'm just talking about the NFL. Like,
Well,
why didn't they get rid of him in February? Why did they let him run 1,200 yards and me put him on my fantasy
Money.
team?
Money,
And
money,
it cost
money.
me money, damn it.
money. That's all I'm saying. Money. That's what it always comes down to.
Exactly.
Here's another interesting story that I would love to hear. This actually kind of blew up a little bit bigger than I expected because I heard a follow-up to this yesterday because I just put it in a headline. Otherwise, I would have talked about it more. So I'm curious to hear your guys' opinion. I'm going to kill that cat. Rapper 2 Millie is suing Epic Games for unauthorized misappropriation of a dance move he created.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting about this is I saw this accusation stretch beyond him, saying that this has actually been something that has gone on and been said from other actors and people and dancers and rappers and whomever.
Is it like similar, or is it like dance for dance?
The way
I feel like there's only so many ways we can move anymore.
Well, for example, they said that if you, again, we don't play Fortnite.
Yeah,
I don't know. But
yeah.
apparently in the game, like, you know, you've got your dance moves, which are supposed to be your victory dances or whatnot.
Yeah,
they have the Carlton, you know, from the Fresh Prince.
Sure.
They have a dance that Donald Faison did in Scrubs that looks, you know, the same kind of.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's matching beat for beat if you really look at them side by side. But it raises the question, can you copyright a dance move?
Right. No, he has no copyright on that. Am I right?
He said this actually came up because he is in the process now of trying to.
Oh, now.
copyright.
Now, would it be him or his choreographer that should actually have the beef
I kind of
with
feel
this?
like if he made it, then him.
Okay,
But if
if he made
he had a
it,
choreographer, yes, I would agree.
But like to me, I'm like, if you're in the process, you don't have it yet, and it's already this game's been out for a year or so now, 2 years almost. Sorry, you missed the boat.
I don't know. I have never heard of 2 Milli.
Nobody has
I
until
don't-
now.
It's probably another cash grab.
Fortnite made him famous.
But I mean, it begs the question: can you copyright a dance move? Should you copyright a dance move? Is Epic in the wrong here?
I
don't
feel
know.
like you could,
Yeah.
but now the question is, did you?
But how do you copyright something that
But
you
I mean-
can't control?
I kind of feel like use the Carlton for example. Everybody knows what that is, you know,
Yeah.
when you're just doing that. I
Or
feel
even like the Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, so I feel like when
Yeah.
they added that in, it wasn't to rip it off. It was like, oh, people are going to love that.
Paying homage,
Yeah,
almost.
So they're just like, yeah, everybody would want to do the Carlton. I don't feel like they did it with malicious intent.
No, they didn't. And this dude is just
No.
trying to get paid because his songs probably ain't worth a damn.
Probably. But, you know, there's a 2 million
I won't speak to
fan
his
out there
music because
listening
I
right
don't
now
know,
going,
but yeah, it does
"Oh,
sound
God."
kind of,
Yeah, I don't care.
yeah,
Uh,
whatever. Yeah, I feel like it's a cash grab.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care. A small clip of Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, was shown at CCXP. They said it was just like, oh, that's coming. There's that.
Did it show? Isn't that the one where Jim Carrey's in?
Yeah, but as far as I know, all they showed was him running down a highway, and that was it.
Sonic running
Yeah.
down? Oh,
That was about the extent of the clip.
stupid.
And finally, the Resident Evil film reboot has signed 47 Meters Down director Johannes Roberto. Roberto?
Is
That
it really
seems like
time for a reboot of that?
I guess so. Because, you know, the series has been going on since early 2000.
Probably because of the new resurgence with the remake of Resident Evil 2.
And we did, I think we announced something last week or mentioned something recently where it was going to be influenced by Resident Evil 7. And, I mean, I'm kind of giving it a little bit of credibility because James Wan is actually producing.
Oh, good. He did what, Insidious?
Oh, okay.
That and The Conjuring.
Ooh,
So-
well, I'm in,
Okay.
dude.
I
I'm
kind of
in.
feel like it's in good hands. I've
you
heard
And
go
since
of
Resident Evil
with-
7 is kind of like its own thing,
Yes.
you know, like, okay, I would be interested.
Dude, could you imagine how tense that game could be?
Oh, yeah.
If movie, if they do it right. Especially James Wan, you know.
James Wan is,
He knows how to
he's
do jump
talented.
scares better than anybody any movie you've ever watched. You know what I mean?
this is the guy.
I'll watch it.
This is the guy who is making Aquaman popular because from word of mouth, it's all good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It is one of the best superhero
And
movies.
he was always that character. Everybody's like, look, Aquaman, he's stupid. He
Yeah.
stuck to fish.
But I always thought, man, if
Yeah,
you go
well,
with
I don't know.
that-
The casting was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought if you go
I don't
with
mind.
the graphic novel version, like, you know, where he cuts his arm off and all that shit.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
No, that'd be great.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That was one of the biggest moments for me where he earned a lot of respect for me as a character. I was like, it's not just about making him badass. It's about really giving him a lot of depth.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as a pun. Screw you people.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the fallout.
All right, let's move on to truth or trash. I only have three.
Yes.
That's more than
this week.
usual.
Okay.
Yeah. But I am curious.
Well, I don't know. Last week I had like 7 or something
yeah, you,
like that.
you really should have helped with it.
Yes, last week.
I was
Of
like,
course,
and
a
I
lot
think
of
I
that
got like 1 right out of all of them.
Yeah, of course, a lot of that was like game award related. So.
Game award stuff.
All right, so this I only got 3, and they're pretty intense. Okay, I'll just
I'm
give
scared.
you that. Okay, so first, Microsoft is currently looking
Trash.
to acquire Naughty Dog.
Oh, no, they won't. Trash. Never will they ever.
I mean, you said looking to acquire. We didn't say whether it was going to happen. I'll say truth to that.
Okay.
Oh, I mean,
I
yeah.
can see that. But I mean, they are PS4 exclusive, aren't they?
Well, no,
A lot of
Sony
their
owns
games
them.
are.
Sony owns Naughty Dog.
Oh. Oh.
You never know.
Money
Never
talks,
know. Money
but I
talks.
hope they don't. God, I could just.
Okay,
they will
I'll just
stifle-
to be contrary against Todd, I'm still going to stick with truth.
Okay.
I'm gonna say trash.
That just for a little competitive edge when we
I like
find out
that.
if it's
I like
truth
that.
or not. You know, like
I'm really gonna go kick
somebody's
that
got to win a point.
Come on, sis.
All right.
Right?
Next one.
Contrary.
Star Wars Fallen Jedi Order will release next year, the very same week as Star Wars Episode 9.
I like the name of that.
That'd
True.
be a
I'm
good
gonna say
PR
truth.
move, I think. True, yeah.
Is this
That'd
an
be a
EA
good PR
game?
move.
I would probably say yeah.
Yeah, it's truth.
I was
would
going to say
truth.
Star Wars is EA now, right? Because
For now, until Disney can make a better deal somewhere, and then get out from under that train wreck.
Give it to Sony.
And finally, starting in 2020, Nintendo will begin releasing a new Zelda game every year.
Oh, I want to say trash because I hope
I hope
not.
trash. Yeah, I don't want that to be to cheapen Zelda.
Like, this is
man.
the reason why I don't care about Assassin's Creed anymore. It's just
Yeah.
too much.
I will say though that's. Oh my God! Like that could be truth. You know what I mean?
Could be, but I'm going to.
You just tell me what you think. I mean-
I unfortunately let my emotions rule my decisions on
Yeah,
these,
I'm
not
gonna go.
logic.
I'm gonna go
So
with
I'm
truth,
gonna-
man.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with truth, and whenever we see them, it's gonna be every year. It's gonna be like, here's Wind Waker. Oh, here's Majora's Mask remade. That's what I'm thinking.
Probably. You never know. We'll see.
Trash.
All right. Well, there you go. We got those in place. All right. Weird news time.
Weird news. There's sex in it.
No.
Damn it! 2 weeks in a
Sorry.
row.
I'm
No,
sorry.
wait. No, I wasn't here last week.
That's fine.
I did ask for you, though.
Yeah, I know. I
She did.
appreciate that.
She always does. Well, since you brought up Assassin's Creed, did you know that someone decided to swim the entirety of the ocean in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and it took them 5 hours
just-
of their life to do so?
Damn.
Swim it?
Just swim it.
Yes,
Is
I
it-
believe
That
that.
should be like a Guinness Book of World Record.
But why? Why would you waste 5 hours of your life?
Because they can.
Because
We're
what
looking
if on
for
the other
more of a
side
better-
there was a
yeah.
treasure chest?
Yeah. I mean, it's just. My God, I got better things.
Some
to do with my
people
time.
like to hunt for those little Easter eggs they think that nobody else is going to find. So maybe they were hoping they would find something that, like, it's just not been uncovered yet.
I suppose.
I don't know.
On the cuter side of things, have you seen the real life Pikachu?
No.
Okay.
Is there a real
No.
life Pikachu?
She isn't technically a Pokemon, and she's not even electric, but she does harbor the appearance of a.
I'm looking her up.
Yeah, look it up right now. The franchise mascot.
What's her name?
Pikachu the possum is a bush. she is a bush-tailed possum that was found in Australia and harbors a genetic mutation that reduces the production of melanin, which is a group of natural pigments found in most organisms. The lack of this particular amino acid causes the possum's fur to look more yellow, giving it the Pikachu-like appearance. And according to
I
local
hope this
vets,
doesn't mean health problems.
no. Actually, listen to this. The vet said they are perfectly healthy, they're very rare, and they know where they are. There's like a pocket full of them in Australia, but They do not disclose that information because they know people will be stupid and go out there and try to catch them and turn them into pets. And since they are a very rare breed, they don't want people to disturb them and their ecosystem.
Oh, it does.
It is really freaking cute, though.
Some bitch will scratch your eyes out, though. Look at their claws. Look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Damn. But it does look like Pikachu.
Yeah.
Look at those eyes. I would
you
marry that
realize
thing.
now this is what I'm going to be staring at for the rest of the podcast.
So there you go. Yep. And finally, since we were talking about the wonders of...
There's one on a tree. Sorry. That's okay. Move on.
Enjoy the love of the cuteness. Now, speaking of Fortnite dancing, do you guys know about flossing?
Yes, yeah. Peyton does it all the time.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
is it
Well,
like...
You need to tell her to stop because doctors are issuing warnings to all players and flossers and, parents who have children who floss and all this other stuff that flossing is bad and you should stop. And, it's a dance move. If you don't know, it's a dance move where you swing your arms repeatedly, clenching your fist from the back of your body to the front on each side. I don't know how to do it.
Isn't that the one that YouTube kid won?
Probably.
Oh. I could
Anyway.
be wrong, but...
According to physician Ed Thompson, he mentions that the movement in the dance requires, or mentions the movements that it requires, and then points out that the knee is not designed for such a particular movement, and now we're seeing this uptick in people saying, like, my knee, my knee. And he says it's very reminiscent of the BlackBerry thumb, or even the iPad shoulder, which I don't even know what that is. What the hell is the iPad shoulder?
Whatever happened to just tennis elbow?
Well, it's that same thing.
You could understand
Technology.
tennis elbow,
So it's essentially you're doing this thing that technology is making you do, and it's causing your body to be like, don't do that.
Peyton has been
using an
complaining about
iPad
her
or
knee
other tablet
hurting.
computers
Oh my
could
God.
be bad
There
for
you
your
go.
shoulders.
Oh my God. That is, she's got to stop flossing.
Yeah, no more flossing for the children.
I'm about to smack her in the head. You're grounded. Quit flossing.
Okay, unfortunately, guys, I don't have any items to buy this week. There was nothing on sale.
Okay.
It's Christmas time, so everything's on sale and there's nothing new.
Yeah, so I'm going to move straight to release dates.
Do it. Do it.
December 10th, we have Guacamelee 2 for the Nintendo Switch. On December 11th, we have Earth Defense Force 5 for PlayStation 4. Then we have Everspace Stellar Edition for Nintendo Switch. Double Switch 25th Anniversary Edition for PS4 and PC. I know you're excited, Lace. Solar Flux for Nintendo Switch.
I really am.
Gungrave VR for PSVR. SON or Sun for PlayStation 4. Kingdom 2 Crowns for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And Desert Child for PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Then on December 12th, we have Desert Child for Xbox One. Then we kick it over to December 13th. We have Lucius 3 for PC.
Lucius.
Gnomes 3 New Home for PlayStation 4. SNK Heroes Tag Team Frenzy. Janine D'Arc DLC for
D'Arc.
Arc.
D'Arc.
I went piratey. Arc.
D'Arc.
For PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. Then we have Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, The Forgotten Sanctum for PC. Sega Ages Phantasy Star for Nintendo Switch. Gris, which sounds nasty, for Nintendo Switch and PC. Knights of Pen and Paper 2 Deluxest Edition for Nintendo Switch. Roller Coaster, all these are for the Nintendo Switch. I just need to start doing that. The rest of them are anyway.
Okay.
Roller Coaster Tycoon Adventures, Oxyjet, Omen Sight Definitive Edition, Starman, Hunter's Legacy Perfect Edition. God damn it, I hate that. Almighty The Last Dreamer, all for Nintendo Switch on December 13th. Then on December 14th, we have Borderlands 2 VR for PSVR, Gnome's Garden Christmas Story for PC, Lazy Galaxy Rebel Story for Nintendo Switch, Rally Racers for Xbox One, and Big Crown Showdown for Nintendo Switch and
Big
PC.
Crown Showdown. That sounds good.
Indeed. Okay, now, do you want to do some, what the hell did you just say?
No. Never do I.
All right, I got a few good ones.
A couple.
I got a few good ones. Okay, it won't be so bad. I'll give you an easy one. Tell me what...
Is this Lace or me?
Oh, well, I mean, you seem eager to jump in.
I seem eager to not jump in.
Okay, well, I don't like those, so we're gonna. Lace, tell me what the dinosaur operation is.
So it's an operating simulator. And so let's just pretend you're in something like Monster Hunter World. So you are you operate on dinosaurs. So it's kind of like what is a surgeon simulator? That was what I was looking for. So you're a veterinarian of dinosaurs, and yeah, you're just trying to save the species when they come in with like a cold. So it's kind of cutesy, or you know, if they break their leg, you've got to learn how to set it and all that kind of stuff, and it's just ongoing. You know, very simple gameplay.
Todd, this one's for you. I know you're gonna love this one. Adult toy store.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, like this one is exactly what it says. You run an adult toy store, and you have to manage the inventory. You can do things like have, I guess they would probably make them up. Maybe Stormy Daniels lent her name to it. You know, I don't know her likeness, but you can have them come to the store and sign
Your best
autographs.
customer.
Yeah, yeah. You can start VIP programs. Yeah, it's probably made by Tiny Build. So, like Hello Neighbor. It probably looks kind of like Hello Neighbor. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is, really.
Okay. Lace, tell me what Monkeys and Dragons is.
Oh man. I think it's just a really simple like match 3 game. But it's one of those like when you match the 3, it actually fights whatever enemy is up at the top. So it's monkeys versus the dragons, and so you get to decide which one you're fighting against. And so yeah, it just rolls on up however many of them that you fight. And it allocates points, and then you get cards to pick like Magic the Gathering, like your better monkeys or your better dragons, and so on and so forth. It's only like 20 levels, like $2.99 on Steam.
Nice. I got another great one for you, Todd.
Yes.
Run, Naked Woman, Run.
Oh, it's just totally. Do they have just like running games on PC?
Sure.
That's what it is.
Okay.
It's a straight up running game.
Kind of like a.
Yeah, you know, like what, Temple Run, stuff like that.
Okay.
It's usually on a phone. They have those on PC also.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm sure they do.
That's what it is. And this woman is running, and she's trying to get her clothes.
Okay.
She's butt ass naked right now, and she's not very attractive.
Okay.
She, you know, I can see like right now, like she doesn't really like. And the thing is, she's like out of shape and overweight, so she can only run so fast for so long. So you got to judge how many times you hit the button to make her run. She gets tired.
Okay.
And while she's running to get her clothes, there's also like an angry wife chasing her because she got caught. You know, you get caught cheating.
Oh, okay.
At the beginning of the game, you just got to jump out of bed and go.
Gotcha.
And somebody's got your clothes for some reason.
Sure.
You know, games don't make sense sometimes.
They don't.
So
Okay. That's
No.
fine. Lace, one more for you. How about tell me what the Quest for Moe's is?
The Quest for Moe's? Like that's the name? Okay,
Yeah.
well we'll just say that's the name. So it's that character in The Simpsons.
Okay.
And so it's just like like one of those games, but it's, you know, his quest game. So yeah, so he's running the bar, and then, you know, has to kick out the customers or whatever. And then, you know, when the Simpson comes in, why can't I remember his freaking name now? The main guy.
His
Homer,
name is
yeah, that
Homer.
guy, you know, he's always the one that comes in and like you have to hurry up and serve him first and then go and do the other things. And then as soon as Homer's ready for it, you've got to hurry up and go over there and get him the Duff beer. And then like the little mini games is him like actually doing like the brewmaster things in the back.
I like it. I want to play it.
and Barney comes in.
Hey, just hook it to my vein. Get out, Barney. Okay. Todd, last one for you. Tell me what More and More is.
Oh God, more and more.
You got no idea, do you?
No.
You're just like,
'Cause I kept like I was seeing like Burger. What is it? Burger World. Is there one called Burger World?
sure.
Yeah, like where you just keep adding stuff to. Maybe it's kind of like remember Fat Princess?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so along that lines, like somebody is trying to steal the king,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a little guy, and you got to keep feeding him to make him heavy where nobody can take him away. They can't pick him up. You got to feed him more and more and more food. But you got to run through the castle and grab stuff. And it gets to the point where he's eating chairs.
Eating chairs. All right.
Yeah. He is, yeah. You don't want to lose your king.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Not playing that game.
The Fat Princess didn't do good either.
All right. Let's get into our focus this week, which is the Game Awards, which went down.
Yes.
Overall, guys, what did you think? Because I was just kind of like, I mean, as far as
I had to catch up on it later because it was while I was at work.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get the long, drawn-out pomp and circumstance of having to sit there through the entire thing. It's kind
Yeah.
of like how I watch the Oscars. I get the Cliff's Notes the next day.
I mean, I probably could have done without it. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the stuff that came out of it, I was kind of interested to see, which we'll get to, but I was just like,
I would almost rather them just do the awards and not any reveals.
yeah.
Just get it over with, you know what I mean? Because, like, I felt like for the first time since they started doing this, hadn't they been doing this for, like, the last 3 or 4 years, been trying to do some kind of format that works, and I think this year they got one that you could possibly take serious,
Yeah.
you know? But those reveals, man, if you're going to do reveals, man, they need to be real reveals, not downloadable content and add-on characters and shit like that. Like,
Yeah. I feel like they hyped up the 10 new things you're never going to see anywhere else, like a little bit much.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did, because I was expecting bigger announcements, and every one that came down, I was just like,
Yeah, the Joker owns Smash
Yeah.
Brothers.
so
So I'm thinking, oh, you're going to play as the Joker. No, it's Persona. So,
yeah, come on, man.
yeah,
Be smarter
damn
than
it.
that.
Like, even the voice, he was like, hey, I'm right at, I'm like, okay, is this another kind of Batman? Like, what is this? No, so I'll give them props for the fact that I feel like they could take, I feel like you could take this award show serious. But, yeah, thumbs down on the reveals. They were just not, they were
I mean,
just-
there was some fantastic ones, don't get me wrong. I just feel like it was hyped up like we were going to get a lot more than that. I don't
okay,
know.
one. I'll give them one. I like it. Outer Worlds from Obsidian,
Yeah.
Outer
I'm curious.
Worlds does
I'd
look
love
fantastic.
to check that out.
which is going to be multi-platform. It's not going to be.
Yeah, because I was afraid it was just going to be Xbox
When I seen
exclusive.
Obsidian, I was like, oh, this is going to just be their game, and this is Xbox big moment because Nintendo had the Joker moment, and then Sony didn't have a moment. I thought they would, and then they didn't, which they're still quiet, which gets me kind of excited because I feel like they're fixing to drop a bomb anytime within the next year, so that's my thoughts on the whole thing.
Yeah. Let's kind of go over the winners real quick. I won't touch on all of them because we know that Red Dead won just about everything.
Yeah, I thought they
Yeah.
got 2 awards too many.
Spider-Man got snubbed.
They didn't get nothing. Like Action Adventure went to
Who?
Red Dead. I thought that was the one that Spider-Man had a lock on. You know what I mean?
No, actually,
I don't know. I still feel like Detroit Become Human should have had a better run, too.
Yeah, it didn't get anything either. I was kind of leaning toward it as possibly getting best performance, but
What?
again,
Okay,
it went to
Red
Roger
Dead
Clark.
got best voice performance, right?
Best performance, score, audio design, narrative. I think that was it. Yep, that's all I got.
Yeah.
I thought they got best. I don't know why I thought they got best action adventure.
No, they went to God of War. God of War won 3, game direction, best action adventure, and game of the year, which surprised the hell out
Yeah,
of me,
I
to be
was.
honest
Yeah,
with you.
I
Yeah.
thought whenever
Game
they,
direction, though, yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
Nailed it.
yes,
Nailed it.
that whole.
But
like,
I mean,
no
I can't
cut.
like I said, I kind of was hoping Detroit would win some things, but I think it's just the same thing as like with the Oscars, like I mentioned earlier. The things that are closest to the Game Awards is what's fresh in people's brains, and when you're leaving it to them to vote, like Detroit came out in
disappoints me.
April,
Yeah,
so
I feel like a lot of
I did
games
vote
get
for
lost.
Brian Deckard, but
Yeah.
I can't fault that guy. I think the guy who played Arthur Morgan, I think he really did.
He
like,
did
as a voice
awesome,
actor and
dude.
everything.
That's-
He freaking nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, to
So-
me, the best score should have went to God of War.
Yeah, I agree.
Best, like, performance, like, I thought Arthur Morgan was awesome. I love his character. I love his voice. It's believable.
Yeah. Like, he did a great job, so I can't be.
I mean, as much
mad
as I
about
love
that,
God of
but-
War, I still think best action adventure should have been Spider-Man. That should have been the one they locked up. I mean, it was just nonstop action. There was no downtime.
What else do we have? We saw Celeste got a lot of award. It got Independent Game and Impact Award. And The Messenger, which we've mentioned before.
And we actually played that, didn't we?
It was at PAX. That's
Yeah.
where we first saw it. It got debut indie game.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was happy to see that. And then, of course, Ninja, that guy. I don't know. I don't hate the guy. I don't know the guy, but, he's just all over. And it's like every time you see his name, it's just like, well,
Oversaturated, yeah. Just
he's going to win. So, I don't know.
Well,
but
this was his year. So.
apparently so. I guess I'm being bitter. It's like, when's my year, damn it?
Next
You
year.
know? When's my year?
Next year's your year.
But anyway,
Make a video game.
some of the others, I really don't feel like there's much else to kind of bring up on them. So let's talk about the big announcements that happened, because some I feel like are worth talking about. Others, not so much.
No.
Like the Crash Team Racing.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
I do.
don't.
I want to play that game.
I don't.
I thought that was one of the closest games to Mario Kart back in the day.
But that's exactly. I was like, I don't care. I yelled at the TV.
I mean, to me, it wasn't a big reveal type thing. You know what I mean? That was something you should say for PSX, or hey, guess what? Crash Teams Racing's coming. Not next world premiere. Not that type.
Yeah. Lacer, do you want to play it?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
See,
one
thank
out of
you.
3 people want to play it. That's good though.
Well, I guess there's some odds there.
Yeah.
I did. This isn't really new news, but they kind of brought it up and showed like a different clip at the Game Awards. So I wanted to kind of pitch this idea to you guys, because I think it sounds kind of neat, and I just kind of took a swing at this theory. So they showed more and kind of announced the new chapter for Dead by Daylight and the new killer and all that. What if this new killer is almost like a chameleon?
I wondered about that.
Yeah. What if you are playing with the other people?
Yes.
Sneaking up next to them, but you have to be crafty, and then you can attack them.
I wondered about that. Is he in with them? Is he like
Yeah.
another survivor, and then all of a sudden he's not? Because that is cool.
Because it came off that way, and I was like, no, that's a clever little. But how would you do that? Would it be like? Would you
I know-
look like one of the other characters?
I know how you could do it. Easy. How about what if it rotates? Every so
Oh.
often
Yeah,
in the game, every like 3 minutes, somebody new is the killer.
that would be cool.
Yeah, so I mean, it could be something crazy like that. But I was wondering the same thing.
I think it would be neat. So we'll see. They didn't specify one way or the other, but I think it would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, you mentioned Persona's Joker character got confirmed for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Nah.
Everybody's excited. Who knows who that character is? I know of the game, but I don't.
I don't play
I
it.
have no.
You would love that game if you played it. It just sounds like something that's up your alley.
I don't know if I would. I don't know.
I think
I'd
you
have
would.
to. It's gonna have to be free before because I'm not plopping down $50 for it. I'm telling you that right now.
Right.
That's 100 hours.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Dauntless is getting a console release. Mobile devices, cross-platform. There's going to be a hunt pass for $10 DLC. Isn't that game that was like Monster Hunter? Is that right? It was kind of like Monster Hunter Lite or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It came out before it, but yeah.
I thought I remembered seeing it, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's that game.
Yeah.
Dragon Age 4, I didn't even remember seeing
I
that
didn't
trailer.
even see. I didn't either.
It was on. She showed it to me, and I was like, oh, yeah, I did see that. Huh.
Not really.
Yeah,
excited.
but it showed you
forgot.
nothing.
Yeah, it was nothing, so...
I was watching
I feel
the
like
Titans
we
game,
shouldn't have
too,
been
so-
announcing it yet if you had nothing more to show than that, but I don't know. I'm just bitter because we're just hyping games too early.
Yeah.
And
So
that's for me. I'm the audience. Like I love those games. Well, except for 2, as we've already established. I just pretend it doesn't fit in the timeline. But
So for all of you out there who are wondering, it's coming, just in case you missed it. Stranger Things 3, the game. It's based on season 3 of the show. It's kind of designed as a 16-bit diagonal or why can't I say this word? Diagonal. There we go. View.
And it's multiplayer, right?
Multiplayer. There's online cross-play support. All but the PlayStation 4 were announced, which was interesting.
Kind of.
So I don't know why that is. Maybe it's the cross-play thing.
I wouldn't see that being there.
I'm poking fun. One of the bigger announcements I kind of felt like was the announcement of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, and the fact that it was only a Switch exclusive.
I say it's just 2019 because you notice how they worded it.
They could
Switch
it
exclusive
could
2019. So I think in 2020 it'll be
maybe
up-res and gone on whatever. You know.
I mean, it just seemed like, wow, you're really going to limit yourself to one? But
yeah.
I mean, okay. What else?
Nintendo publishing it as of right now too. It's kind of like Xbox did with Tomb Raider. Is what I'm picturing.
Gotcha. Okay. What else? The Rage 2. Me.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited for that game. I love the first one until the end, like I've said plenty of times.
Okay. I just, meh. That's all I can say.
You would like it.
Sure. Then there was Anthem. Yeah, and I'm going to say this. I don't know how hyped you guys are for this game, but the trailer for this game made me realize how many games look and sound the same on the surface to the point that that's why I don't play them. They all look the same, and I was like, well, this is just like, you could have told me this was Destiny, and I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of this constant sameness in a lot of games. That's why I don't play them.
Well, I'll say, I think this game looks like, I thought the same thing when it kind of swung back and he was fighting that monster, and like, you could say this is Destiny. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, and then this game will probably be everything Destiny wanted to be. All I feel like there's going to be tons of stuff to do where there's nothing to do in Destiny after a certain point.
Well, I'm so kind of blasé about it.
You could be Iron Man, pretty much. You don't like Iron Man?
I do, but give me an Iron Man game then. If I want to be.
Oh, they can't do that. They'll mess that up.
Well, they have. Sega did. Then we had the announcement of Far Cry New Dawn, which seems like an immediate follow-up to 5. That was a pretty quick turnaround, if you ask me. Post-apocalyptic setting.
I believe this is kind of like that Blood Dragon kind of thing, you know?
Okay.
Like, it'd be more serious. It's not going to be, like, funny or
Well,
nothing.
I kind of felt like they spoiled something.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, shit, that was... Okay, I guess I know how the game ends now. But it's just me. It's just me.
It's
not
fucking
everybody.
Awesome. I'll say that.
Not everybody can play games on a regular basis like everybody else in the world.
That was a big thing. Like, hey, thanks, Ubisoft. You just ruined the end of Far Cry 5.
Like, you son of a bitch. What are you doing? Then the last 3 that I have, I felt like were worth talking about. There was a game called Scavengers. Don't know if you guys remember that trailer. It's made by Midwinter Entertainment, and they describe it as in the not so distant future, a cataclysmic event led to a new ice age, and a vast frozen wasteland is now awaiting exploration. You have to overcome challenges in this world by working together, and you're faced with extreme weather, limited resources, hostile inhabitants, opposing players. You must explore and team up to complete objectives, improve gear, weapons, tools, and ensure the survival of the human race. It sounds and looks interesting.
Does it look like that, though?
I don't know. I don't remember I can't remember.
I remember it was like got on that pod and went down, and it was just,
Yeah. I mean,
it had some kind of big, like, it looked like, well, they were walking towards like this tree line, you know, and then it kind of the camera panned up, and you seen that something had crashed, and there was like a crater.
Yeah.
So I guess you got to go scavenge this wreckage, you know? I don't know.
Perhaps. So it looks interesting. I'm willing to give it a go, maybe, if I hear good things.
I want to see gameplay first.
Sure. Now, the next one, we kind of touched on it just a moment ago, was The Outer Worlds by Obsidian. That, to me, as they were showing it off, I was like, well, this is Fallout in space.
That's
and I'm kind of interested.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it wasn't like, oh, God, Fallout in space. No, I'm kind of intrigued by it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was too. I thought, you know, they might do it right.
I hope so.
Well, they did New Vegas, and New Vegas is one of my favorites.
That's what I keep hearing. Everybody, I guess I got to go play this game because everybody talks it up as this great achievement.
It was good.
So, but I don't know if you guys had anything more to say on that one. But because the last one I got is, I think, the bigger reveal of all, which was Mortal Kombat 11. But we also kind of saw that coming. I think you even called it last week.
We did get that one right.
But I will say, and I'm going to go on record saying this song that they played in that trailer was worse than the one that they played for 10. It's like they don't understand what makes for... if I want... It needs to be intense. That's me, I guess. I want intense fighting music. I don't want like, yo, I'm going to kick you in the face and kick you in the face. Yo,
well, that's like popular now, though.
But it's so underwhelming. I'm just like, yeah, that fight got so intense now. Yay.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they made a mistake and put the music when people walk up to do an award over top of it by accident. I thought, am I hearing this right, or did my phone like start playing something over top of this? No. I was just, kind of hoping. I don't know. I know it's not for everybody, but I just feel like that intense. It would have just been perfect, Yeah. I think just like an orchestra would have been perfect.
Or that too. Anything but that. Yo, gonna kick him in the face. Go kick him in the face, yo. And I know that's probably not the song, but it can be.
It was pretty much.
It sounds close enough.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, what was interesting about it for me is how they showed 2 scorpions, and that's raised a lot of questions. Like, what does that entail? What does that mean? I don't know.
Is there time travel?
It's kind of because they've done it before.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like that's outside the realm of possibility. I just don't know why they would do it again. But there is also it could be relating to the character customization that they mentioned that they're going to have in the game.
Yeah.
There's going to be character creation in the game, which is a
plenty
great
of big dicks
addition that they, had before, and then just really never kind of. I can't remember which game it was, but they did that some time ago. Then they just dropped the idea. I'm interested. I want to create my own character in Mortal Kombat. I would love that.
Right.
But they said there's a massive roster of new and returning classic fighters, so I'm curious. I mean, I'm already in for a Mortal Kombat game. I'm not gonna. I was all in for 10.
Yeah, 10 was awesome. If they do better than that, then, oh my god.
Yeah. So I'm in for 11. I'm sure there's a rhyme for that, but I don't have it. So there you go. But guys, do you have anything else to add to the Game Awards? Because that's really all I got on them. And I don't really know what else to say because I said it was kind of underwhelming. I mean, there was that moment at the beginning where you had Sean Layden and Reggie Fils-Aimé and what's the other guy? Phil Spencer.
I mean, I do kind of like the guy who won like the Esports Gamer of the Year.
Oh, Sonic Fox.
I liked his little speech.
I did too, man. That was one thing I thought was awesome. You had the time with Atreus and Chris Judge, is that his name?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he did the whole "read it, boy," And like I'm wondering the whole time, like I started reading his shirt. He's like something about straight, gay, and then we're all humans and all that kind of stuff. And I start looking at him, and I'm like, he's got that exotic look, and his hair's done. I was like, is he gay? And I don't know if he is or not. Don't care. Think it's cool that he even wore that shirt up there. But then Sonic Fox gets up there, and he says, "I'm so nervous," and he's like, "If you can't tell, I'm extremely gay." And I thought, man, that's awesome that he has that platform that he can even feel comfortable enough to say that. Because
he admitted to everything else. He was just like, "And I'm a furry."
Yeah. I thought that was awesome. Like, to me, that was one of the big points of the show.
Mm-hmm. So, no, good on him. It was a very touching speech, and you could tell a lot of those people they're not used to this platform. They're so nervous, and I get it. If I was, I wouldn't be able to.
What about the dude that came on like the pre-show? And he was like, he kind of sounded Italian, all over the place. Did you hear him?
No, I don't remember.
He was all over. He was sitting there talking to Jeff Keighley, and they were like, well, I can't believe you invited me back after last year. And I remember something crazy happening, and I can't remember what he did. But
didn't he flip off the camera?
It was something crazy, man. It might have been that. And it was just he was all over the place. And I was like, just get him off here now. Don't ask him back next year, please. So...
I feel like that's what happened. But anyway, no, that's all I got on them. I mean, I know I'm sorry if everybody was looking for some big in-depth report on it, but it was kind of mediocre at best. I mean,
just take this and build on it and actually have good reveals next year.
Yeah. Pacing needs to be better too, because it was just like the slog. Do a game reveal, do an award. Do a game reveal, do an award. Something like that. It just felt like this slog sometimes. It was like, come on.
I did think it was cool when Ed Boon got up there the way they did his.
Yeah, no,
that was pretty cool.
Because we didn't expect a trailer. Right. It was just like, here, I'm going to announce, whatever it was, this sports or game. I don't know what it was.
He said, and that was not the right video. I don't know what that was.
Get over here. No, it's cool. But that's all I got, guys. If you have nothing else to add.
No, nothing at all.
No.
Well, that's our show then.
That's it.
I'm going to thank you.
One more for the...
I'll get to it.
Oh, sorry, guys.
I want to thank you to all of our listeners. We appreciate you, your love and support. Always great. If you want to support the show further, you can go to patreon.com/Pencil and Paper Productions and pencilandpaperproductions.podbean.com. Click Become a Patron in the top right-hand corner. You can follow us on Twitter at SuperMegaCrash. You can email us if you prefer at supermegacrash@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram and look at our little icons. And be sure to tell your friends to find us on the Pencil and Paper Podcast Network, found on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, wherever you find your podcast. Kat, you are so hyper. Jesus. Just a little reminder, we will be having one more show next week. Next Monday will be our final show for the year. So be sure to check that out. And we may have a special guest, so check that out as well. But beyond that, thank you so much for listening. I am Stephen White.
And I'm Todd Stark.
And I am Lacia Finley.
Join us again next time, Super Mega Crash siblings. But until then, game on.
A Pencil and Paper Podcast Network production.